How you guys doing today? Welcome to Sounds Legendary. This is the Resident Evil 7 playthrough. Well, the demo playthrough. That doesn't really have anything much to do with the game yet. It's just kind of a gameplay demo that me and Jordy are going to be playing through. I'm playing,
Hello.
Jordy's talking. So, here we go. You wanna add anything to that intro, Jordy?
There's not really too much to add to it that we're not going to get into right here in a minute.
Alright.
One thing I've always kind of felt is that E3 is way overblown. Like, I'm not one of those people that sit around and like look at E3 as like the Super Bowl of gaming. 'Cause to me, E3 is just a bunch of AAA publishers putting like old, aging white guys on stage to try to pretend that they're cooler than they actually are. And this game right here disappointed me wholeheartedly when I seen it, the trailer for it. Like, it screened PT left and right, and I hated PT. Your
Ooh,
opinions?
creepy walking noise. Ooh. Okay, sorry. I was enjoying the atmosphere. Okay, because yeah, okay. PT had a creepy atmosphere. Had a really creepy atmosphere. I enjoyed what they did with it, but honestly, it was the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it does get tiring. Like
That is exactly how my PT experience was. I was like, okay, we're walking down this hall, we're walking down this hall, we're walking down this hall.
yep,
This is awesome.
this is so amazing.
The thing with PT and the thing with this playable tease right here, they both did the same thing. Which was they basically created like a puzzle that you had to figure out, and the puzzle's very, very convoluted. And people are enjoying the interaction together, trying to figure the puzzle out more than they're actually figuring the game out. Because the
Yes.
game right now is pretty much a walking simulator.
Oh no,
There's
it
really
is.
nothing to do in the game itself. There's like 4 or 5 usable items which you could hotkey to your directional pads, and then you have a set line of scenario. Like, you could literally beat this playable teaser in less than 5 minutes if you wanted to. Like,
There's
if
a
you came out
head.
to it,
Super
if you came,
cockroach. That's a big
yeah,
cockroach. I'm gonna cut you off for a second. That is a massively huge cockroach. Okay. I
I
mean,
couldn't
good
handle it.
lord.
But I'd had to burn the house down before I left.
Jordy be like, y'all rednecks ain't getting me. Woof. He would have set that bad boy on fire and then ran through that. You wouldn't even worried about a key, would you? You would have just
Mm-mm.
barreled your ass at that
I
door. And
would, matter of fact, I would have used the bolt cutters to bust the window out the back door and just unlock it from the other side.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at Teddy Bear.
But like, that makes me wonder about the virtual reality part of this game, because like, if everything goes as I have planned, I'm going to be playing this game in virtual reality.
I, yes, I would
And
absolutely love to see that.
and like like part of me is like, I wonder what's in the pot. Like, can I stick my hand in the pot in virtual reality? Because the system doesn't seem to let you do that.
No, you're right. It doesn't. Where's the fuse? Do you remember where the fuse is?
The fuse is in the fireplace. There's like a cleaning handle in the fireplace you pull, and it opens up a door in that first room, and the fuse is on the table. But you gotta get it before you watch the videotape.
Okay, so the fireplace in the starting room.
Hmm.
The fireplace in the starting room.
Correct. The room you wake up in.
All right. Is there anything worth checking out upstairs right now?
Um.
Just the
Like,
creepy dummy moment.
that's it. If you want to notice about the dummies,
They have
is
holes
that
in the back of the head.
depending on when you come up here, there's going to be different number of dummies.
Yeah, there's 3 right now. There's 4 actually because we have the one that just showed up. Hey baby, what's going on? Yeah, I can take you out for a drink. Maybe you know.
See, now they turned around, they're looking at you, and then the fourth one shows up.
Yep. I do like the subtle like creepy feel of this. Like they do a good job at making you feel
Yeah,
claustrophobic and like you're trapped. It
no, I don't get the feeling of so much of trapped. Is that one? It makes it feel like Silent Hill. Like, the
it does.
mannequins really make it feel like Silent Hill. Can you put the finger in the back of their head?
I'm trying to do that right now. That was actually one of the things I was going to try to do whenever I played this. Um. Anyways, you were on a rant, and then I cut you off. I'm sorry. Continue.
What was the rant about again?
I have no earthly clue. I was playing the game and trying to pop in where I could.
But
Um,
I don't know. This
how
is I understand they're rebooting the series pretty much, but not actually rebooting the numbers of said series. And like it's sad to see that all my beloved series of childhood have been fallen so greatly. I don't know if you watched E3, so you've seen the fight in Final Fantasy 15 where they fight the big giant hand.
I'm not gonna lie. I am actually semi excited for that
What made you excited for Final Fantasy 15?
because
The
it
the,
looked
shit, the
cool.
shitty characters that you don't even know the name of,
Well, it's
that are very Japanese, like anime-ish. The driving of the car, really shitty like combat system that's God of War with pausing, or the frame rate that's like 15 frames a second when you're actually in a high, like a high volume area.
I want to throw the fuse in right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Honestly, dude, it comes down to like I enjoy the look of it. It does look pretty. I mean, graphically, it is very pretty. The combat system looks interesting. Is it a Final Fantasy to me? No, no, it's not a Final Fantasy to me. Final Fantasy to me is turn-based combat. There hasn't been a Final Fantasy that's made me happy since
10,
10. No, I enjoyed. Yeah, 10, 10,
10.
10.
You like I enjoy it. No, never mind. No,
No,
it
it
didn't.
was it was 10. 10 was the last one that made me happy, honestly. Like I enjoyed the combat in 13, but not enough to enjoy the game
I
because the
I
story
hated 13's combat. One, every random encounter felt like a boss fight,
it did.
and two, the first 20 hours of the game you could finish by pressing the X button.
Yes. That was my biggest problem with it, but I still enjoyed it because it was
It was
mindless.
also on a fucking hallway. Like I don't.
That was my biggest problem with that one. The biggest problem with 13 was the first 9 chapters. They forced you down this hallway. They forced you. You had no choice. You couldn't go anywhere, and there was no grinding feature. And then after 9 chapters of being forced to do this one thing, they're like, "Here's the world. Go do something." And you're like, "Now I don't want
14
to."
hours in.
Yeah. Now I don't
But
want
you
to.
know what the best part about that is?
What?
That one chapter is the world, and after that you go back down hallways for the rest of the game.
Yep.
And it's like I hated it in Final Fantasy X. I hated the fact they didn't have an actual world map and they used the hallway mechanic there. But it felt different, even there.
They at least gave you some sort of hallway in Final Fantasy X. I meant not hallway, some sort of map in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, even though you get to select it with the airship and just like transform to places.
Yeah.
And like the 10 was the same idea. Like, here's a hallway, you're going to run through it most of the game, and then at the end of the game, you access to come back to all these areas.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was still fucking terrible in that aspect. Why can't they make a Final Fantasy game that is just like all the old ones? You get access to a world map, you can fly around, you can do what you want. There's different towns that you can go, you can talk to people and buy equipment. It's not a hard formula. It's worked before. It's worked on multiple games. But for some reason they abandoned it.
They
Like
did.
same with Resident Evil. Capcom acts like they know they don't know what people want with Resident Evil. It's easy what people want with Resident Evil. They want a game that looks kind of like this, third person, with limited ammo, zombies, and just like the same puzzle aspects of it. I understand they probably don't want to go back to tank controls, but I like the tank controls. I feel like that is a defining feature of Resident Evil. But if you want to go with the over-the-shoulder shit, like put Leon here going through this house and the same items. If you would have did that, people would have been just as excited for it as this stupid
Oh.
playable teaser
Are
with
you?
like.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. If they would have just thrown Leon Kennedy in this house and had him exploring it, it would have
And
been
third
a
person.
million. Yeah, third person. It would have been a million times better.
even if there was no combat and you just arbitrarily gave him like a firearm to let people know that yeah, shooting is a thing that happens in this game, people would have been over excited for it. More so than this because this right here is hit with mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people don't, and it's like me and like just you before we started this. Where is the characters and how are they going to fit into this family story?
Yes.
Like,
One quick question.
Is Chris Redfield coming in?
Yeah, where's the lockpick is upstairs, right?
It's in the kitchen under. It's under like I think it's under the microwave in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right. It's in between the wall.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. We're gonna run with the psychopath hatchet today.
But like to me, I think they're alienating their fans and they're alienating it in a way that alienating them in a way that's kind of crappy.
Do you remember if there's anything else we need to do on the demo? Yeah. In the videotape.
There's the headphones.
What do we do with the headphones?
I don't really remember. I mean, you're doing a pretty thorough playthrough right now. I mean, like you're gonna have to do the ADA call for this playthrough, though. Well, I guess you could still do the back door.
Oh, honestly, do you want to do the ADA call or do you want to do the back door?
I think the ADA call is better of an ending because they haven't figured out the true ending because Capcom said there is a true ending, and nobody's figured it out yet.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody right now, like all sweaty and shit.
Oh, dude, have you seen the Resident Evil forums?
Oh, God, it's probably full.
They have a Discord with like 300 people playing this game round the clock.
Holy shit!
Like
that is amazing. Yeah. that makes me proud to be a Resident Evil player right there. That alone does, you know.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna figure it out eventually, and they're doing like they're at the point where they're just doing shit in different sequences.
That's pretty fascinating, actually. Because I mean, honestly, if you go play through this game, you don't have to worry about anything grabbing you. Everything is jump scares. Mm-hmm. Everything. There is nothing in this game that'll chase you right now.
Right. And even then, it's like I don't think Capcom understands how to do horror. Like I don't know about you, but like even watching this being played for the first time. Granted, I was watching it and not playing it, and I was a little bit disconnected because of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't really scared. This game has not scared me yet. Like it's not like the atmosphere is somewhat cool, but being scared of anything in it, no. I mean, like the last time I was truly scared by Resident Evil was Nemesis.
Yeah, I can see that. Nemesis, just because Nemesis came out of nowhere and just boom, stars.
You know why Nemesis was so scary, and why Ustanak wasn't?
Why?
Nemesis was scary because it happened in a open 3D sandbox, and it felt like he could come at you at any given time. You were never at a point where you could just like chill out and explore an area without the fear of Nemesis walking through the door.
Yeah.
Whereas Ustanak is on a linear hallway, and you constantly have to, you constantly know that he's going to come and go when he pleases.
Yeah, that and I'm not gonna lie, man, and what's his face? Nemesis opening doors. Yeah, that's it.
Another thing is like you're one of the guys in the video, right? That's how you keep the lockpick.
Yeah.
So he knows what's down there. So why didn't he know about the fireplace thing right away? Well, I guess because it was already open when he came in.
Yeah, that's true. It was open.
And if you keep looking up, you'll eventually see a ghost.
Oh, looking up.
Yeah, like there's like a ghost girl that like appears outside the kitchen window. There's one that appears in the ceilings. And,
really?
She'll appear. There's
jumped with that stupid mannequin.
Well, good thing you're not on camera.
Yep. Oh god,
I
look at
was,
the dead cow bodies.
but yeah, like there's triggers. There's 4 ghost triggers.
Really?
Like who would mutilate a cow inside their house like this though?
That's a mess, man. That seriously is a mess. I wonder if the mannequin finger will fit up its butt. There's a hole in its butt.
There is a hole in its butt.
Let's test this theory. It's not
Yeah,
working.
yeah, Doc Gamer, we were talking about that. It's like,
Dude, in VR, I think this would be fun. It would be a rush in VR.
maybe I just don't understand how the VR is going to work because, like, to me, I could interact with everything in the house. Like, I could pick up the pot, I could move the chairs. You know, to me, I doubt it's going to be that cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's 3 mannequins, which means
Did
the
you
one I
just get
put.
scared?
No, the one I pushed down the one I pushed down the stairs.
You
Is
get the
one...
hatchet yet?
No, I have not. Thanks for reminding me.
Destroy the mannequins with the hatchet.
Yeah, there's 2 destroyable mannequins.
I've yet to see the hatchet used. I just want to see it happen. Oh man, this start of Final Fantasy 13 is so cool. Yeah, just wait, just wait.
Final Fantasy 13 is so cool. Yeah, nah. It was really cool. The Final Fantasy, you got to give it to them. The Final Fantasy 13 beginning was very amazing. They did a very good job.
Dude,
It was
they
just the
did,
rest.
like-
The rest of the game was the problem.
Let me ask you a question. What is a lassie?
I have no clue.
Me either.
Yep.
They didn't do a good job.
Still doesn't change the fact that it was a very pretty opening. They did a good job visually for that year.
So you like looking at pictures?
Do you
Because
not?
like, Final Fantasy needs a fucking good story. And like the lassie and Pult story is fucking terrible. And I don't know why, in what world they were thinking that it's time to like make 2 sequels of this game. They ignored Final Fantasy VII forever. People clamored for the remake, but they made 2 fucking sequels to Final Fantasy 13. And 15 was going to be a 4th sequel to that fucking game. A 3rd sequel.
Mannequin. What'd you say to me, Ho? That's right. Take an axe. I'm gonna ask her a question. There's a.
Hideo Kojima's got nothing to do with this game.
Yeah, this is not Hideo Kojima's game.
This isn't even Shinji Mikami's game, which I don't know why Capcom let him go.
Because they're idiots. Alright, so here we go, guys. I'm answering the phone. Yep, there's an umbrella. I know who you are. To choose.
That's Ada on the phone. You can tell her voice.
Yep. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna swing my hatchet out the way. Oh
Really,
no!
Did you
I'm
get
so-
welcomed into the family?
I got welcomed into the family. I got welcomed. Oh so thoroughly.
The family man. He's the new nemesis.
Right.
The family man. Like, where is he trying to cut a leather strap there? Or is that literally a chain?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. But that machete,
It's like,
unless it was chain, that machete should have gone right through it.
yeah, like literally, that had to be the dullest machete in the history of machetes.
Yeah, quite literally.
Like, a leather strap has no chance against a machete.
Nope.
Oh no, it's terrifying. Look at it. Even has the fucking like, what is that shit where the wave goes down on
Yeah.
your PC? What is that? Anti-aliasing?
Oh yeah. The family is expecting you early 2017. Open the door to Resident Evil Ambassador Program. What the fuck is that? Hashtag RE7.
Well, that's the Resident Evil 7, the beginning playable teaser. I think there's gonna be more
I
because the
hope
way
so.
they've hinted at it. and like not very excited for it. I mean, like I actually spent more time trying to figure out what song they used in the trailer, which I did figure it out.
What song?
They did a it's Woody Guthrie's "Don't Tell Aunt Rhody," but
Really?
and they redone it and made it. They just basically took the chorus from it because the Woody Guthrie song goes, "Don't tell Aunt Rhody, don't tell Aunt Rhody, don't tell Aunt Rhody that her prize goose is dead." They
Hmm.
kind of like took the goose part out of it and just and put everybody instead of goose, and then they made like one little lyric like, I was a prisoner in a dark hole, warned with like no parole. No,
Nice.
yeah, they did that kind of thing. They just changed a couple lyrics to it, but it's a Woody Guthrie song, and
Nice.
um, but like that was more exciting to me than the actual game itself because like I like the Resident Evil series. I like the characters of Resident Evil. I don't mind new characters coming into Resident Evil, like Steve Burnside, Carlos. Um, I wouldn't mind if Carlos was in this game, like he was the main character. Wouldn't care.
Wasn't Carlos? Isn't Carlos dead though?
No, him and Jill, him and Jill escaped with Barry in the helicopter.
Oh, that's right. They did, didn't they? Yeah. Okay. Wouldn't
And
even though Barry's supposed to be dead.
at the end of it, him and Jill were dating, supposedly because
Aw.
they're on the cruise ship, right?
Yeah.
When you get your letters.
Yeah. 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 That's right.
Yeah, so like Carlos should have showed up in Resident Evil 5, like DLC,
That would have been pretty cool, unless they broke up, which
Well,
is completely
I mean,
possible.
I'm just saying, like, you chicks out here missing, and you got Chris Redfield looking for him, but you're not.
Right? I do not have her story Mistone, and I refuse to play it because the game is garbage.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys enjoy it. This is Resident Evil 7. I'm not really looking forward to it that much,
I am.
but
I
I will probably buy it because I love Resident Evil. At one point was my favorite series, but Final Fantasy at one point was my favorite series. But that's just been dead to me for like 10 years now. Fuck you, Final Fantasy, and fuck you, Square Enix. When you put two MMOs as main numbers of the fucking series, and then you drop turn-based combat for 5 years and wonder why your sales plummet, fuck you. Look at
Yeah.
XCOM. XCOM sells fucking copies and it's turn-based. Wasteland 2 sold well and it's turn-based. Turn-based isn't dead.
It's not, and they don't care because they think they know exactly what we want, and they don't.
They
They
do
don't.
they do say that, but Battlefield 1 is one of the highest anticipated games this year.
And I'm gonna be honest, it looks dope. It really
It
does.
does look dope as fuck, but the EA guys said nobody knows about the old world wars anymore.
No, because it's a lot of people just want to play Modern Warfare. Oh, by the way, I have to say the Infinite Warfare campaign looks pretty good. It's visually very pretty, and I like the look how the space combat looked so far. And honestly, if they sell the campaign separately, I'll buy this campaign. I'm not. I don't give a shit about the multiplayer. I'm done. Honestly, I'll play the campaign.
The thing I'm worried about with this game by itself
Yeah.
is that if this game flops, the Resident Evil 2 remake might never happen.
Yeah, that's my worry too.
Because Capcom is not exactly flush with the monies.
No, not right now. And they lost. They lost Mega Man. I mean, they still own the IP, but they lost the guy who made it. I can't remember his name right now.
That game's flopping too.
I know. Well, that's because the mighty number delay keeps getting delayed.
Well, did you see the fucking commercial?
No.
You'll be as lonely as an anime fan on prom night.
Duh.
you know? All right,
Savage.
let's close this